When it comes to flossing our teeth, sometimes we have to get into different nooks and crannies. As you do get recession and any sort of bone loss around your teeth, it does change the shape of the tooth above the gum line that you now have to clean. The roots of our teeth are not smooth and circular the way that the crown is. They have a lot of little indents in them, and that's what gets them to hook inside of our mouth. When you try to floss these concavities, if you floss with just the string, sometimes you go over the area where there's a little divot inside of the bone. In order to make sure that you're properly cleaning between the teeth that are on that reduced periodontium and do have the concavities, is making sure you're using different things like proxy brushes. Proxy brushes are basically like brushing between your teeth, so when you do have those little nooks and crannies, this will brush those concavities to make sure that you're not missing anything like you would with the string. When you do have some deeper pockets and the regular string and picks cannot fit in there, another amazing tool that we have nowadays is the water flosser. It's not as good as the string or the picks. It does not hug your tooth and pull out what's already sticking to the tooth. What it is good for is flushing out any loose debris or foods. These are fan favorites for people who have braces, implants, crowns, an area that always just gets the food stuck in it. They're incredible to make sure you're irrigating those spots out. People who like popcorn, the little skin of popcorn likes to suction to the teeth. This can also happen with different types of lettuce, and that makes it hard to floss out. A lot of times you'll go through, brush and floss your teeth, and then use the water flosser. You will be amazed by what can still be in the sink at the end. When it comes to using a water flosser, I always recommend a portable one. The big tabletop water flossers are an excellent option if you're going to use it. I like to use my water flosser in the shower. It's not waterproof, it's water resistant. I take this little plastic piece right here out when I can. In theory, I'd be able to take this little plastic piece out. Mine's really old. All right. So what you do is you take out this little piece of plastic right here, you charge it, and then once you're all set, you put this little piece of plastic right back in to protect the charging port, so then you can leave this guy in your shower. Mine usually just sits right in the corner. I usually just fill it up through the little hole right in the back. You can also take off the whole backs of them. For a water flosser, the portable one, I do recommend learning how to use it in the shower. The second you hit on, that water will go. A lot of people aren't super big fans at the start. Fill it up with some nice warm water, set the mode first, and I like to set it to soft. It's really important to make sure you hold the water jet, hold it perpendicular to the tooth so the water can lavage down and out. It's easier to hold it perpendicular to the tooth because you just go around like this. Very, very important for people who have braces because, let's be real, it's very unlikely that you're going to get in there with the picks or the string that's needed. As people are learning how to use something like a water flosser, I recommend to just start by the molars in order to get used to it. Just go 2 teeth at a time, let it rinse, take it out, spit, breathe, put it back in your mouth, turn it on, turn it off, take it out, spit, breathe, go again. Before you know it, in about a week or 2, you'll be able to go around all the teeth and make sure you're removing any sort of loose debris. You go through with the string or the placker picks first to make sure you're removing anything larger, and then go through with the water flosser to make sure you're removing anything that's suctioned to the tooth or didn't get fully pulled out. To clean it, I just use a little bit of distilled vinegar. I let it soak about 15 minutes on one side, flip it over, let it soak about 15 minutes on the other. Then I just run it through inside of my shower to help clean it off. If you ever notice bleeding on flossing and you have a water flosser, what a great recommendation is to add a small splash of hydrogen peroxide to the water basin. Hydrogen peroxide will help bring oxygen to the bacteria under your gums that does not like it. This will help slow down the rate that bacteria under the gum grows. You don't want to do it all the time because we are trying to make sure we maintain a normal bacteria that is good to help protect our health. But in the meantime, if you notice the bleeding or need the extra help, hydrogen peroxide in the water basin is a great way to address it.